Welcome back to Dicking Around Outdoors. We've got a product today that we're going to test, and we're going to get this test going a little earlier than we had expected because we have some inclement weather coming in, and we want to see how this holds up in the bad weather. We're supposed to get wind, rain, sleet, and snow perhaps. So we're going to see how this works. And what do we have today? We have Snow Peak's Takibi Hexa Tarp. It's a tarp that also has an inner lining that is fire retardant so that you can put this tarp up over a fire pit while you're using it and not have to worry about lighting up the tarp while you're burning your fire. It's always important when you get a new piece of gear to set it up at home, make sure it has everything it's supposed to have, and make sure you know how to set it up, because getting to a campsite in the dark, in the cold, in the wet, and trying to figure something out is no fun. So we're going to go ahead and set this up. We want to just see how it performs in this inclement weather. So what comes with this kit when you get it? First thing you get is 2 separate length tarp poles. So there's a front pole and a back pole, and these are some pretty stout, large diameter aluminum poles. One end has a peg to use with the tarp, and the other end has what looks like the tip that you put on the chair leg to keep it from slipping around on your floor. Next thing we have are some very stout tent pegs. These are much bigger than the pegs that come with the tents. I assume that the tarp takes more wind pressure. You also have guy lines, and it's important to make sure that you keep these separate because there are 3 different lengths. You have the end poles and then 2 different lengths of side poles, and we'll show you why. You also get the body of the tarp, and this material, this is their new material. It does not contain PFAS, which some of the older rain flies did include. You can tell it feels different, and it's better for the environment. It's more friendly for the environment. So we're excited to see how this works. You get the inner lining, which is the fire retardant material, and this feels almost like a bed sheet, I guess is what I would call it. It's definitely a different material than the outer shell. And then you get kind of the standard nice Snow Peak carry bag for the entire kit, as well as a bag for the poles and a bag for the guy lines and the tent stakes. So let's go out, get this set up, and see what it looks like. So when we first set this up, we lay it flat in the ground. There is a red tab. That is, I'm going to call it the front for lack of a better term. It's the higher portion of the tarp. And as you can see, the tarp is not symmetrical. So there are longer wings on what I'm calling the front than on the back. And you also have to, when you first put this together, there is this small piece, which is just a buckle, and that is to support or to attach the inner tarp. So you need to make sure that you get that over your pole before you attach the tarp. So you simply slip it on and then slip the tarp clip in there, and it's nice, it's a metal clip. As I mentioned, this comes with 3 different types of guy lines. The first one is a Y guy line that has a loop. So when you lift up your tarp, you also slip the loop over the peg. And what I'm going to do to make this try to make this a one-person job, Snow Peak says it's much easier with 2 people, I can imagine, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stake down the guy lines, and then I'm going to lift the pole up. It does say to put the inner tarp on after you have the pole lifted. All right, so there we have our first pole up. I'm going to try to tighten these ropes and keep it up as best I can. All right, now we need to do the same thing with the other end. And okay, like the other side, we've laid the pole down. We're going to put these out at an angle best we can of 45 degrees and lift up the pole. And if we've done our homework right, we might be able to actually tighten this up and get it taut without too much effort. And there we go. We have the body, at least, of the tarp formed. We're not going to tighten everything down yet. We've got to put the guy lines on the wings. So let's work on that. And as I mentioned earlier when I showed you the guy lines, there are two different lengths of guy lines for the side. Shorter ones for the longer wings, and obviously longer ones for the shorter wings. And I have done what I do with all my tents and tarps, is I have put carabiners on. I don't like to tie ropes onto the tent and then have to deal with them when I'm putting the tent away, or in this case the tarp. So I've put two different colors. It's very easy to see which are the same length when I unpack this. So we're going to go ahead and just clip these on at this point. There are tabs on the end of each wing. Just going to clip that in. Now we're ready to guy this out. So we're going to do that on all four corners. So at this point, everything's going very smoothly. However, I will admit I gave the instructions a cursory reading, but I haven't guyed this out yet, and there's a reason for that. What I thought the instructions said is that you guy this out, get it taut, and then you install the inner tarp liner for the Takibi. But the way you install that liner is you clip it right there. Now clearly, I'm not 6'5". I can't reach that. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to drop this pole slightly. I'm going to clip that inner tent up there, and then I'm going to see what's on the other end. And now I'm going to have to confess, I didn't set this up correctly. If you can tell, there is a red buckle on this inner tarp, as well as the black buckle. The red buckle should have been installed on this end, and the black buckle on the other end. So now I'm going to, and it's not going to be difficult, I'm going to drop this pole, remove the buckle from the other end, install the correct buckle, and then do the same thing on the other end. And we're going to go ahead and clip the inner tarp to the tall pole before we guy out the outer tarp. So let's get that done. And I don't think this is going to be too hard. All we're going to do, we're going to drop the tarp here. I'm going to quick unhook everything. The guy lines the tent. Take off this clip. Install the correct clip. Reinstall the tent. And reinstall the guy line and lift it back up. All right, at this point I have reread the instructions. You do have to drop that pole once you get this guide out. So we're going to roughly guide this out at this point. We're not going to completely tighten it yet. We're going to do that on all four corners. And as you can see, this tarp does take up some real estate, so be prepared for that. Okay, we've got them initially snug. Now it says once you kind of get everything snugged up, to give them another tug and tighten everything up. So we're going to do that. All right, now we've got the tarp pretty well set, and it says at this point it's time to lay in the inner liner. And the way that you do that, there's a red buckle that goes with the now correctly installed red hook on this end. You make sure that the tab is down because you're going to need to pull it. We're going to hook the back first. Okay, and the way that you do this, you do have to lower these poles enough to be able to reach, clip it in, and again the tab is facing down. And we're going to do the same on this end. Obviously it's a little more of a drop. Now we're going to go ahead, lift our poles back up, and you can see at the end of each of the wings there's a hook. It's sort of an elastic strap, and that simply clips in to the D-ring on the wing. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and line everything up, give it one more good tightening. Okay, well, after some trial and error, loosening, tightening, we've got it so that we think we've got most of the ridges and wrinkles out of the top. You can walk through here easily without hitting your head. I'm 5'10", 5'11". You can walk under here with no problem. The tarp on the inside is snug and tight. So we are ready to let this absorb some inclement weather. See how it performs. So again, first time we've ever set it up. We set it up in the yard so that we work through all of these learning curve issues. Here at home where it was easy and not critical that we get it done. And new tents, new gear, new tarp. Just need to do that with everything you buy. So we're going to snug up all the poles and see how this thing weathers a storm. Oh, what a difference 12 hours makes. It is cold today and the wind is gusting. I got my wind meter out. I measured up to 13 miles per hour. I know it's gusting more than that. The windows were rattling last night. And as you can see from our video that shows the Shine turbine spinning, there is no Takibi Hexa Tarp in that picture. And the reason there is no Takibi Hexa Tarp in that picture is because during my 3 a.m. checkup on it, because of the wind, it had collapsed. So we came out to get it. We didn't want it blowing away. And what I discovered is one of the tent stakes had actually pulled out of the ground. As you saw when we put it in, we had some softer ground, but I thought those big stakes would be plenty good to keep it in. But they weren't. One pulled out. What it looks like happened is once that pulled out, it put some slack into the tent. It was able to lift off one of the tent poles and came down. When I inspected it this morning, thinking, oh my gosh, we've probably tore this thing apart, no damage at all to the tarp, inner or outer. It's a testament to Snow Peak's build quality and why I think Snow Peak is one of the top brands in overlanding. The poles hadn't bent in this wind. There's no tears in any of the seams where the guy line's hooked in. There's no tears on the inner mat where it hooks to the outer fly. Absolutely no damage to that at all. The build quality is phenomenal. So I can't wait to use this more in slightly better weather. I think it provides a lot, as you saw when we first set it up, a lot of space under it for a medium-sized tarp. I love the fact you can have a fire under it and not have to worry about it. So this is going to be part of our luxury camping kit, if you will. It's certainly not going to be something that we carry when we're trying to go quick and fast and point and shoot. But when we're looking to set by a lake for a couple days and want to set up a nice base camp, that's where this thing is going to shine. This Hexa Tarp is going to be a great combination to either the amenity dome or the Alpha Breeze tent that we have. It's going to be a great place to set the IGT table up under so that we can have a cooking area that's outside of the sun if it's blazing hot. So all in all, this is going to be part of an entire set from Snow Peak that just provides a very luxury camping experience. If you're interested, Snow Peak has a great sale right now on some of their items, including that amenity dome tent. I'm going to put a link to that below, as well as a link to the products that we love at Snow Peak, so you can check those out this holiday season. And if you like this type of content, please take a moment to hit that sub button in the lower right-hand corner, give us a thumbs up, and share it with your like-minded friends. And as always, take care, and we'll see you outdoors.